It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin. Oh yeah.
Woo! Kevin, we're back!
Another live show?
I can't believe it. They let us do 2. Actually, they're letting us do 3. So,
The fools. How dare they?
the fools that are Comedy Sports, which we love. Hey, gang. My name is Kristin Finger, and this is...
Kevin Regan.
That's
Nice
correct.
to see you all.
Nice to see you, Kevin. I see you all the time now. It's really fun.
I know, it is. It's been nice. We've gotten even closer than we were, and we've driven across the country together. So
That's true. That's true. Who knew? Just producing a show together would bring 2 already close friends closer.
yeah, we're like this close to being sick of each other. So
Yeah.
we can
It's
do
like
it.
it's like when I used to go to the shore with my best friend when I was younger, and like by day 5, I was like, "Get me out of here! I hate her." That's how close we are.
Absolutely.
So,
I have sand in a bathing suit. Absolutely.
Should we talk about Hallmark movies?
Oh yeah. Is that what we're here to do? Absolutely.
I thought we were just gonna run through our friendship for an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a list of all my friends. Let me read them off. These are the ones that are most important.
So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Remarkers, #Remarkers, you're all the best. So Kevin and I have been on this amazing journey of watching all 40 of this season's holiday Hallmark movies. This weekend, we had the joy, the exuberance of getting to watch the 4th installment of Christmas at Evergreen, subtitle Bells
Are ringing. Yes, bells are ringing. But you know what? To get those bells officially ringing really well, we did not watch this movie alone. So please welcome to your screen our guests, Langston, Darby, and Lauren Pritchard.
Woo!
Yay! Oh, Lauren's in Evergreen.
She's in Evergreen.
I'm
Oh,
really committed. I went all the way there, you guys, and it's freezing.
It's freezing in Vermont.
I have a quick question for Lauren and anyone who can answer this. And this might even show that you remember Evergreen started years ago. It's not even 4 years ago because it's not like they did it every year. They skipped 1 or 2.
Right.
What's the rule with the truck? Because everybody has access to it. Did
That's,
they ever explain it?
I think it just each movie it's been like, well, I'm gonna be in this place. You get the truck. I'm gonna be in this place. You get the truck.
Yeah.
I really tried to follow the thread. I was like, maybe the mayor has kind of set up a weird like donation system, and it seems to be faulty, but you can still walk if something goes wrong. But yeah, I was concerned because it seems like the keys are always in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
somebody took them out. Like Ashley Williams had them out and she threw them to someone. Like, sorry about that. My bad.
It's like the Evergreen Zip Car. Like, this is what Zip Car is based on. Like, someone from Evergreen who managed to escape was like, you know what? That truck reminds me. We should just like have borrow cars. That's what it is.
It's true. It keeps the cars off the streets. You know, it's smart.
Yeah, there is no smog in Evergreen. Their emissions, it's you can breathe in that air all day long because there's only one car.
So Kevin and I usually like to ask our guests if they are Hallmark movie watchers. I'm gonna go to Lauren first on this one because Lauren, please tell us what you actually, besides watching, what else have you done?
Well, I watch them and I literally cry. I get angry. I get really invested. And I want them to succeed so badly each time. But I also was in a Hallmark Christmas movie that also didn't play on Hallmark either. It plays on like weird stations.
Whatever.
Called Married by Christmas. Spoilers. She's got to get married by Christmas to save the family business.
It's not like a Speed situation where there's like a bomb that if she doesn't get married in time, a bus will blow up.
I wish.
Okay.
It's much more complicated than that. Grandma, who's a little set in her ways, is like, it has to go to a married woman.
Yeah.
A single woman cannot run a family business.
That's awesome.
Amazing. It was
school
a good
Hallmark.
one. It was a good one. I mean, that one had its ups and downs for sure. And I think Grandma was the reason that there were ups and downs.
Yes, and I of course did not play the love interest because when do I ever? I play the wacky assistant best friend Zelda who doesn't know about love but knows about friendship.
Lauren, you don't understand. Every episode, I speak to Hallmark, and here's the portion of the program that I will. Hallmark, hi. My name's Kristin Finger. I'm an aspiring best friend, quirky woman in town, Hallmark movie star hopeful. So please contact me. I have no agent. Thank you.
Fantastic.
You'd be so great. You'd be so perfect.
Hallmark can comment in the thread to get a hold of Chris.
Someone just tell Hallmark. That's how this works. That's the biz, huh?
Langston, how about you? Have you watched these before?
Probably once in my life, but not in the recent enough time where I was just like, oh yeah, like I'm very aware of the genre of the Hallmark holiday film. It is like in the marrow of America right now.
Yeah.
So it has been for 5-10 years. So yeah, it was nice to get reacquainted.
Yeah, I love it. That's fantastic. It was nice that we asked you to do this for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Do this as well. I do want to point out in the chat, you can obviously comment on things we're talking about. And I'm glad that Jay is already commenting because he's actually saying that the truck belongs to Ashley. And since she lives in Paris, anyone can use it because obviously it's not allowed to leave Evergreen. It must stay in Evergreen.
It's a
also,
Horcrux.
I need to ask, maybe Jay knows this, or maybe one of you all knows this. Why was she in Paris? Why were they in Paris? That was never explained from the last episode, was it?
Hold on, Jay. Let's see.
Honeymoon?
No, because the kid was with them.
Yeah. Well, no, but Jay is pointing out that car does break down the further away it gets from town. And that is true. It always seems to break down. It's the heart of Evergreen. So
It runs on Christmas spirit. You can't go out of town with it.
They did, yeah. You know what? You're right, Jay. Correct. There were no vets in Paris, so they sent this woman from Evergreen, Vermont, to care for all of Paris's animals. That's perfect.
Aw,
Mhm.
Paris.
Yeah. So this is I love this series, and what I'll say is, usually this is the point where we'll just give like a 2-sentence summary of the plot. This film made that impossible.
yeah.
This film was 6 films in one tight, squeezed, edited down hour and a half, which felt like 9 hours.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's an hour and a half. I mean, really, those commercials, they're coming in now at about an hour and 18 minutes. So it's
This was literally 2. According to the DVR of this, with commercials, it's literally 2 hours. It's a Shakespeare.
This was
A
the Lord of the
tragedy.
Rings. This was the Lord of the Rings of holiday movies. It was just like, we're just going to set up and take you to that precipice, but not answer any major questions. Here, we're gonna introduce a lot of problems.
Next year, I just want to see them do like some one of the forms of Japanese theater. The plays are literally all day long, or like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and it's like in 3 parts, and people bring a lunch to the theater. I just want the next one should just literally be 6 hours. You have to plan your day around it. Do it.
I'd watch it. I'd set up shop. I'd have a nice cup of tea. It would be great. Oh my God. So had you, Langston or Lauren, have you seen the other Evergreen films?
Yes. I've seen the OG. I'm a major Ashley Williams fan. She's just so adorable in everything. I just want her to find love everywhere. I follow her on Instagram. I've gotten a little creepy.
Yeah. No, I follow. Yeah. I follow
And
all.
so I was excited to see her in it. I could have used some more of her, but yeah, I saw the original one, but then I did miss the middle one.
The 2 middle ones.
Yeah.
Someone
So
bought
you
a
saw the
general
first one
store.
and this one, yeah.
Yeah.
First time
Letters-
meeting Hannah.
Yeah,
Great.
so it's been Letters to Santa was the second one, and then Tidings of Joy, which was so important in this movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, you would understand nothing, which is why they had to explain the globe that Nick and Hannah broke in the last movie that had nothing to do with anything, and you really didn't need to explain that at all. But
No.
you know.
I was
Langston, were
looking
you
for that.
lost?
Me?
Yeah, were you lost because if you haven't seen the other ones?
Well, no, because I was prepared to be lost as far as like, well, I know this is the 4th one.
Yeah.
And after I watched this one, I watched like 10 minutes of the 3rd one, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Not because it was bad,
Yeah.
but because I was like, I've one Evergreen. It's like you need one a year, or
Yeah.
that 6-hour epic.
Yes.
But I wasn't lost because they had the little book thing to set it up in the beginning.
That was helpful, wasn't it? The previously on really helped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
they
really
do that.
nice. And every time somebody met each other who had just come back into town, they were just like, "Oh, I haven't seen you since the first movie. How is
Yeah.
Paris?"
Yeah.
The exposition was so good.
Backstories.
As soon as I started watching this, I was like, "Oh, this is the Stars Hollow of Christmas movies. This is
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls of Christmas movies.
Yes.
We need to know who all these
100%.
people are." Because even like Sonia was like, "Hey, Henry, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, are they gonna try to set up some future weird Henry Sonia thing? They're
Yeah.
planting crop seeds everywhere."
Oh my God, yes.
I
Well,
have
that's the
major
thing.
children
theories.
I have written down the way people greet each other in this town.
Like-
Because it was, I think Holly Robinson Pete's was my favorite because I think they were like, ready, walk. And she was like, hey! And I was like, oh my God, I need to begin doing that to everyone on the street.
They are a very intimate and close town. If COVID existed in their world, it would be wiped out immediately because everyone is so close and connected all the time. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it exist in metaphor? Because I feel like her fiance getting trapped. I don't want to get ahead of our story here, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
felt
that's-
like the storm.
It's sort of Kevin's multiverse theory of like, is this in the now or is this in a different universes now where we can touch and talk to people? We don't know. We don't know. But the fun thing about this town, I think the most fun thing, I mean, I get it, the truck, but can we talk about the Cooper sisters for like 3 hours?
yeah, this is the Cooper System their podcast, so that's all we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Listen, the Cooper sisters, I don't know if I 100% trust them. Because I have a lot of theories about Evergreen that I don't know if there's something wrong with me or if maybe like because being an actor and being like working in comedy, sometimes you can get ahead of plots and you can be a little bit of like a snob about them sometimes. But like this, like my brain was just thinking about, okay, so what's really going on here? Because I was like, I can't quite deal with what I'm watching, so I'm gonna invent what's happening.
Yeah.
And I just think the Cooper sisters, I call them the head knot twins. Something's going on. I think and I think there might be a good place scenario happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know 100%.
Jeb being a third wheel, he showed some damage.
Yeah.
Jeb was definitely left out of a lot of family talks because they're like this unit, and Jeb clearly needs some therapy. Like, I want to cut to the Evergreen therapist office and have Jeb just be like, "My sister's never included me."
yeah.
In
It
the
sounded
6
like
hour.
Go ahead, Langston.
Oh no, and I was just gonna say in the 6-hour epic version of this, if it was this movie, there would have been a plot of A Christmas Carol, and he would have been the Scrooge figure.
Oh, yeah.
We
Without
should
a doubt.
jam it all in.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
So very quickly, the idea of Jeb, anyone who's like, oh, I want to tune in, but I have never watched one of these. The Cooper sisters own a lot of their family Hiram Cooper owned a lot of Evergreen. And the sisters gave this building that was the hat factory to Evergreen to allow them to have the Evergreen Museum, because Evergreen is known for Christmas. People come from all over, gotta have a museum. But Jeb Cooper is not down with this, and he showed, oh, there we go. Can we see Turner, Tinker, where are we at? They don't have it on there yet. They'll put it on there. Jeb's gonna make sure it's on there.
Can I have either Kevin, Lauren, or Langston please audition for the role of Jeb by doing the line where he walked in and was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh my God.
What are you doing with that?
There. It was very good. It was very good.
I love it. And I love that he would manage to get all the way through the building before he'd go, "Wait, what have you done here?" Like, do you not know any of the decorations?
And they took down a picture that was so tiny, and like to even notice it, he's like, "Why did you take the picture down?" It's like, because the wall's huge and the picture's like this big. It didn't
And even
look right.
after the hats moment, he was still like, "No!" It's like, what did you want? Jeez.
I
Yeah,
was worried for
again.
him after the hats moment. I was like, this is not about the museum. This
No.
is
Mama loved the sisters
Yeah.
or Jeb, and it turned him evil. Totally.
No one liked Jeb. Like little Jeb was always left like she'd be like, "Come on, kids," and then they'd leave and go to the mall, and Jeb would still be upstairs brushing his teeth.
No,
Like,
you know what I think would happen, Chris? I think Jeb ran back to get his hat every time because that man was never going to go without his hat because that's his business. So
Yeah.
his sisters would be like, "We're going to the mall." He'd be like, "Let me get my hat," and he'd run, and they're gone. They are gone.
And he kept being like, I have failure issues. I failed. Like someone was like, just someone pat this guy on the back, man.
Yeah.
Where was Dad?
Yeah. Maybe Kevin, dead dad alert, Jeb's dad?
Well, he was definitely dead. Jeb's like 90, so there's no way the guy's still alive. But he might be the spirit of the red truck.
Ooh.
We don't know.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Or he's trapped in the red truck and I think the twins might have something to do with that.
They might.
They didn't like their dad.
They could do a Halloween and Evergreen, those two.
Ooh.
Yeah, they need. So actually, that I have a thing I want to talk about, and you know what? I'm going to do it right here. Why not? Because Lawrence, Halloween. Here's my problem with the overall concept of Evergreen. And you said Stars Hollow earlier, Lauren, which I said to Kristin. I said to my wife when we were watching this. It so reminded me of the Gilmore Girls, and I love that. I love the small town charm. Everyone knows each other. It's just very intimate and connected. It's why another Holly Robinson Peete movie. It's why the Christmas Doctor worked really well this year, but it is not sustainable in like fourth and fifth movies because you will get people who go, I'm too far behind. My suggestion, and I'm going to write to Hallmark and offer to be not the showrunner, but definitely involved.
Yeah.
This should be a
Put
mini
Kristin in there. That
Yeah,
letter.
no, Chris is going to be the lost Cooper sister.
Yeah.
Her baby. She's the mini Cooper, and then the truck has issues. Oh, this is. But I think that they should do a mini series, a 1 hour every Thursday night because they don't do new programs Thursday night. That runs from Thanksgiving until New Year's. It gives you 5 or 6 opportunities to be able to tell more of these stories drawn out. The problem is if you do that, a lot of these people who work, it takes about, Will Rubio shared with us, it takes about 3 weeks to film one of these movies. And if you do this, a lot of these people, because it's television, it's a whole different animal, are not going to be able to do the multiple movies. So there are budgets involved. So I'm just saying, I think it would be a fantastic miniseries. It's too damn confusing as movies these days.
I agree with you, Kevin, because we haven't even begun to speak about our poor. I'm assuming I'm going to put in air quotes main characters because we don't know. I mean, this was very much an ensemble cast sort of opportunity, I guess. But Hannah, played by beautiful, I think it's pronounced Rukia, gorgeous, who has been in all of them, but finally. They made it seem like at the very top, like this is going to be her story.
Yeah.
They kept taking it from her. But then also her story with Elliot and their drama of this tinker shop being expanded to Boston, but then she got the job at the museum. But also, Kevin, you can't make a slide. We're doing this live. I was going to say, Kevin, throw up a slide. We list all the things that Hannah does in this town.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
First of all, she runs the choir. I'm assuming volunteer base. Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick too, Chris, I don't want to stop you mid. So before you get going, I wanted to talk about the choir real fast. It was the worst Jingle Bells I've ever heard, which is maybe the easiest song. One of the people in my life who has one of the most beautiful voices, and Lauren, you may very well as well, but Langston, you're an amazingly gifted singer. Were you offended by the way they sung Jingle?
My whole sense of being was so assaulted as I enjoyed the film that the singing went over my head.
Okay.
I
was
thought
just-
they were sloppy, yeah.
They were sloppy.
And wearing the robes. You don't wear the robes for rehearsal.
Why are they in the room?
Oh, yeah. It's very
Well, while we're on Hannah, I would just say that it's probably because Hannah is stretched so thin.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time to whip them in the shape.
That's
Even
possible.
though I think Carol, that was a plot to get that position. I think Carol's like, oh, she's losing it.
Yeah.
And like, we all love you, but maybe you should do less.
Oh yeah.
That was great. And
Yeah,
it's
right. She mentioned that right after choir rehearsal, so she'd be like, "Choir, I could quit choir."
But then Carol was all coy when she offered to. She's like, "Oh, I don't know," and it was like, "Please."
But then Carol was like, "Where are those GD bells? I want to use the bell."
I've been thinking about what I want to do with these bells all week.
Those bells, I mean, literally, it was like in the credits. They're like, bing bong. That was it. There was no bells, no wedding, no chiming. And then until those little bells were rung. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Was that an afterthought because they couldn't get Tom to ever be
so.
on the screen?
I don't think Man on the Phone was a part of this movie until they realized COVID or whatever. So I think the entire plot changed, which is why bells are ringing is what they were like, wait a minute, how can we add a choir? Add the bells.
Oh,
Yeah, the Cooper sisters and handbells. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be a wedding for sure. And around day 6 of filming, I'm like, all right.
All right, he's not going to get
he's got COVID.
He's got COVID.
And again, having a little bit of the inside scoop of filming, I know Will Rubio works in Utah a lot where they have a little bit more luxury of time. I work with Mar Vista and the Asylum out here who does Sharknado. And my movie was with Mar Vista. We filmed in 6 days. And I had a conflict on one of those days. And they're like, well, you just won't be in that scene. So my best friend character just doesn't go to her wedding at the end. I just here. And some fans are like, why wasn't Zelda invited to the wedding? And I was like, because I wasn't available and they have to shoot it in 6 days.
That is awesome.
That explains
everything.
So much.
Everything in all of Hallmark.
Yeah, so most of them are filmed in Vancouver, so listen for the Canadian accents. I always love that.
Yeah.
But if they're not, they're filmed like in Burbank for $12.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So funny because there's been a few this season that let alone have like done the weirdest cut tos and like they were with someone and then they cut to another moment and they're with someone else and I'm like, why aren't they still? And I guarantee that person wasn't available that day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Movies are fun.
Chris, I cut your list off. Do you want to hit your list real fast?
No, you're just the moment is gone.
Sorry.
We were listing
No slides
Hannah's
for you.
jobs.
Oh, okay. She also works at the Tinker Shop. Does she get paid? We don't know. She
So
works
Karen
at the
Shop, right?
She works at
Turner.
I don't know. She works at the B&B. Does she get paid? I don't know. The museum job? They never spoke salary. This woman.
And meanwhile, her sister's the mayor, but doesn't seem to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. No one does
It's
anything.
Is it her sister or her soon-to-be sister-in-law?
It'll be her sister-in-law.
Okay.
In-law.
Yeah. Maybe if that wedding ever happens. I don't want to keep going back to Tom, and I can't remember if Tom is the name of the character or the actor who was supposed to get married. I think it's.
Oh, you're right. That's the character. It's Thomas. Yeah.
But every time he showed up on the screen like that, I thought he was in another room and going to do the surprise bit, and I was very excited. Like he's in the other room, and then that would not happen, and I was just like. I thought there would be a wedding up until literally the credits came on.
And what kind of storm is like no cars, no trains? Like it is a bad storm. You cannot drive out.
Because he wasn't even that far. Because he said he was in Boston.
I thought he was in Maine. He was in Maine, wasn't he?
Well then, okay, put on a pair of snowshoes and get moving.
Maybe
because they're in Vermont. It wasn't that far.
Yeah.
But he was like, nothing will keep me from this wedding. He literally said that at one point.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm not going to make it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to come.
He took his temperature and it was still at 103. This is offset. And they're like, yeah, you're not going to make it to the wedding.
Oh God.
Man. We'll see you in Evergreen 5.
Yeah. I also so yesterday we were speaking with Mike Gregoric on a Wizard World panel about that
nice name drops across the board, Kristin.
Listen, I'm just trying to get us the 9 people that are watching.
Yeah, we got
it. All just our friends, and I love them so much. They're gonna
get Joan Hart and we were all hanging out. It's cool. Sabrina and whatnot.
No, but Kevin and I and Mike were saying that we want a movie where it does shock us and they don't get together and everyone dies and a dog gets hit by a car. We don't want that, but
by the red car and it absorbs its spirit.
This one came close. Because they didn't get married. I really thought Cranky McCrankers Cooper was gonna not gonna let things it was literally in the last 3 minutes of the film. It was like wrap it up.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And the couple got back together. Spoiler. Did they? Yeah, they did.
They did.
Well, there was also a big promise of a big Christmas party or a big holiday festival party at the barn, right?
Yeah.
Which I know I have featured here. And they kept really building up to we'll use it for the party. We'll use it for the party, which looked like it was a flea market.
It was a
Yeah.
flea market. They were building wreaths for the festival.
Right.
It wasn't even. Look at that.
We invited?
Gorgeous.
Lovely.
And then they just kind of were like, "Can you make a wreath?" And then that was it. And then
Yeah.
there's a porch.
That was also when the kids, David, the nephew, started having a snowball fight in like they.
With the entire town.
Yeah.
They happened. Random snowball fights happened a lot.
Yeah.
That's like a form of their communication there. That's just like, it was a sight to behold.
It was. I don't want to.
Mostly-
Oh my God. Jay has commented twice, and I just want to make sure that he sees that we see them. Rather, they. Jeb was also in Christmas She Wrote. Last weekend with Danica McKellar
Like
and
a similar character, like the heavy, the bad guy.
They,
Yeah.
They also note, Kevin, the creepy snowman could have appeared.
He might have been there in spirit for the creepy snowman from Christmas with the Darlings. Yeah.
You guys, Danica showed up at the improv community out here in LA for a few years. She was at Improv Olympic, and I kept, and everyone tried to be like, don't treat her weird. Don't pretend she's not Winnie Cooper, but we're all like, hi.
Yeah.
And that's like everything. And she kept saying Zip, and we're like, how do you act normal?
Danica McKellar is a good friend of Chris and mine. If you watch the new episode that is available on YouTube right now, maybe she makes an appearance. So.
When we say friend, Kevin paid.
I mean, she said our names. That counts for something.
Hey, thank God for Cameo, man. Jeez Louise.
I do want to say this too, real quick. The whole thing with Jeb Cooper coming around in the end, you know, that as Jay pointed out, the truck breaks down because it can't get too far out of town. Nick, not Santa.
Santa.
We never really say Santa, but Nick shows up, has some tools, magically gets it to start. But Jeb had walked back to the town to get a tool. While he's in
One wrench.
That's all you need. You hit it one time. It's like Herbie the Love Bug. You hit it once and it's good to go. When he walked back, he obviously heard the video in the museum playing of his sister speaking very highly of him. And there was a sound effect, and I'm not kidding. I really thought it was the Godwink sound for a minute, and I was like, holy moly, Hallmark is wrapping it all together. It is my multiverse.
It's your multiverse.
To fruition, yeah.
Speaking of odd sounds being made, I need to start hugging people making the noise that the Cooper sisters make. Did anyone notice? And then later, I think at some point they were making that noise again, and I was like, Cooper sisters at it again?
It's cousin It from the Addams Family. It's the same thing.
Speaking of noise, I noticed that a lot of the people in town, especially a lot of the women characters, they kind of have to do this constant, like, low hum of laughter, like everything, because everything has to be so delightful that you hear a lot of and that's not a criticism of the actors. It's just like, I guess that's how you keep the energy up.
Right, was that a director's note? Like, Lauren, was that given to you? Like, if there's silence, add your laugh.
Yeah, well, I noticed now again, I work for the theme parks. I work for Disney and Universal, where we use a lot of snow machines, aka the foam that was used in the finale. I'm sure you noticed at the truck, it was like the same kind of foam from Bridget Jones' Diary. And you can hear the very loud snowblower machine, like it's a very loud machine to make the bubbles go. So I think a lot of the it's cover that, because we have to do a lot of background music at Disney and Universal to fill that magical sound.
Lauren, do they do almost like a room tone recording then, Lauren, where they record and everyone just sits there laughing? You're basically creating a laugh track.
Yeah, you do a lot of ADR, just like cookies.
Wow.
Can I say, I know we have a couple bits to jump into, but before we do, I wanted to say my favorite, most real moment, not just in all of Evergreen, that's for Don. Don wants me to keep saying Evergreen, is all of Hallmark really, was when Michelle, the mayor, Holly Robinson Peete, put the candy cane in her sister's hot chocolate. The look her sister gave her, I really thought they were going to fight. Like she gave this look of like disgust. It was awesome.
I loved Sonia because she really is kind of the audience point of view of being like, what is wrong? She kept being like, take it down, everybody. Like, what's with all this?
Sonia is absolutely my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is the name of the man who she started? They kind of implied that they're gonna be in love.
Henry? Is that Henry?
Henry,
yeah.
the owner of the barn.
Yeah.
I'm
Significantly
so
older, but
mad. I'm so mad. A third of the movie wasn't about Sonia and Henry.
It was-
I feel like they were just hooking up the whole time, but never talked about it. Sonia was just like, "I got you. I'll put a candy cane in your cocoa."
That would have been.
Like-
It would have been
That's
funny to see
fantastic.
like a little snippet of him like sneaking out behind a door in
Yeah.
their house, just like
Oh.
because Sonia's the best. But yeah,
Yeah.
Speaking of that cocoa, can I just say that restaurant? They kept going to the restaurant and getting a full platter of danishes and cocoa, and then never touching it.
No.
And then they'd be like, "I gotta go." And I was like, first of all, you had a breakfast meeting. You left 4 minutes later, and no one touched the food. And Carol's always like, "Okay."
And no one pays for anything. At no point does anyone pay for anything. Hey, real quick, since we're talking cocos and candy canes, let's do
Oh.
this.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that segue, Kevin. We are now entering into our Hallmark nope.
No, we're not affiliated.
We're gonna objectify
Oh,
some
we do
men.
say Hallmark. Yeah, Hallmark Holiday Hunk Objectification. You're
Yeah.
fine.
We're gonna objectify. Typically, we objectify the main male character of the
No.
film, but in this case, there's a lot. So I'm gonna let each of us just choose whoever male character we feel like objectifying.
Yeah, there are some options, obviously. Here's Tom, who could not make it to his own wedding, which
Couldn't make it.
There's obviously something to be said for a fellow who says, I'm not going to be there, so go on.
Yeah.
There's Elliot,
Is
who
Elliot?
reminds me of like your, maybe friend's kid brother who grew up handsome
Yeah.
guy, but I don't know that he necessarily needs to be objectified.
I wanted
But-
him to break out into song and dance in his little outfits.
Yeah, I his little vests. If you're gonna wear a vest, you gotta dance.
Lauren, they
Yeah, he
almost
was like-
did. They in the Tinker Shop in the very beginning, that music started to swell with he and Hannah, and they were like, I thought they were going to do a dance number, and then that just didn't happen. So, but I personally was thinking, if I'm going to objectify anything, it's going to be an object.
Hey!
So, I don't know. I mean, again, I agree with Kristin. If people have other things they want to objectify, personally, I'm just looking at this bad boy, those white wall tires.
Mm.
I mean, that sweet, sweet wreath. He wears it well.
Mm.
This car right here for me, solid 9. Solid
Wow.
So
Wow. All right. That's a good objectification. Lauren, who and what would you like to objectify from this film?
All right. Well, I mean, we already touched on the Cooper sisters and my love of Ashley, but I was particularly drawn to Ezra and his. I first of all, I loved his relationship. Ezra, not Matt Besser. Because
Right.
he looked a little bit like Matt Besser's hotter brother.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Um,
hilarious. Yes.
And he was really good looking and really funny and was a really good actor. And I was like, and he also had that kind of sarcastic, like, girl, what's up moment. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to be his friend and follow him around and be like, what's up with this town, right? I think
Right.
Ezra's a little key. I think he gets drunk with his boyfriend afterwards and they talk about that town.
I think you're right. There he is.
He's
Yeah.
so handsome. I love him.
He looks like a friend of ours. I think most of us on this podcast, Drew Tarvin. So
He look like Drew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
he was great. And he was a good friend to her. Like, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been a staple throughout. Love him. He was first the mayor, but really bad at it until what's her face took over.
He was the Adam Scott mayor. He just
Yeah.
ran it
He
into
was
the
that. He turned it into Ice Town. And
Ice Town. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
so, what do you give Ezra then? 1 out of 10 mistletoes, Lauren.
Ooh, I'm gonna give him a solid 9 because
Nice.
I know that he doesn't want my mistletoe, but I will give it.
That's fine. Langston, who and what would you like to objectify, my friend?
I'm gonna go with Elliot actually, because Hannah
Okay.
is the closest thing to a protagonist that we have.
Yeah.
And Elliot's interesting. Like Elliot, obviously he's like a very attractive man.
Mhm.
They dress him as cute as a button, as they do everyone in this
Mhm.
film.
Mhm.
His hair is a statement unto itself.
Mhm.
It's so vertical and like well coiffed. It's like a serving platter
Mhm.
on a person. And what the thing that really would attract me to him is that he wanted to open that store in Boston. He wanted to get out of Evergreen.
Yeah.
If I was dating him when he said that, like, I'm gonna move with you and help you do everything you need to do, let's get the heck out of Evergreen.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's like his hopes and dreams. And she's like, well, I'm an assistant at this museum.
I don't get paid for all the jobs I do. I need to stay here.
I need to stay here and be stressed. I
Thanks.
would have been like,
put a number on it. What do you got on this?
I'm gonna give him an 8 because there's something a little bit too innocent about him, but an 8.
Yeah, I like
ambition.
I loved his hair too, and like his hair might have been the reason the entire hat factory fell because you're not putting a hat on that. It is gorgeous. Let that wave. Absolutely.
I'm going to choose to objectify Henry because he can get it. He owns barns, multiples of them. He also, when there was one of my favorite lines was when Henry and Sonia met, and she was like, "Oh, you're the guy with the barns. It's bigger than I thought." I think she was talking about Henry. So I'm going to give Henry a solid 8.5 for being bigger than she thought.
Can I tell you real quick too, Henry? I finally found them. That's what I was trying to do. But let me get him up here. I have so many windows open. I can't find you guys. Bear with me. Henry is he looks wildly different in his.
Look at this. Look at this guy. He owns multiple barns.
Yeah, he's got the jaw for barns.
Barn jaw. Cool, great. Yeah, those are
I
all
get the barn jaw at Evergreen.
Yeah, those are great. But Kevin, this wasn't the only movie that aired this weekend. There's, of course, the longest title in Hallmark history.
How close
it's time for us to come home for Christmas this year, sweetheart.
You did it. That's right. Shannon and Aubrie are here with their Winter Wonder. Got it.
All right, fine. We'll go away. Lauren, we can go away.
Hello, and welcome to Winter Wonder Whodunit. I'm Aubrie, and this is my co-sleuth, Shannon. Shannon? Shannon? Shannon, we're on air.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to text elves.
Oh, any luck?
I think I got one.
Can they come on live with us?
I think that they won't let that happen, but I'm gonna try for next week.
Great.
Yeah. So Aubrie, we're solving the mystery of a time for us to come home for Christmas, which you have to say that fast, or it will not fit in the time frame.
That's true.
We had it all. Lacey Chabert.
Woo! Actual mystery? Yeah, this one had actual mystery. Sarah, a lawyer, has saved a local shop for her mom, who is also a lawyer. She took over the case after her mom died. But we all know the mystery isn't dead parents because they're in every one of these except for A Little Christmas Charm.
Oh yeah, they had all the parents. Okay. She receives an invitation to spend the holiday at the Snowfall Inn, and she thinks it's from her boss. Fun fact, it is not. Then, the attractive owner, whose engagement was called off, tries to track down who made the reservation, but it can't.
Yeah, and one by one, the other guests also admit to getting mysterious invitations that they thought were from other people. Shan, a real mystery.
Oh my God, we did it.
We did it. Ben and Sarah play chess, and then she finds a picture of her pregnant mom on the stairwell. A clue. Dun,
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 dun.
Okay, so they uncover a group photo and everyone there and Sarah's mom, and assume the man they don't know who is there because he's like comes in later or whatever, it doesn't matter, that he is responsible for this, and his name is Peter. Spoiler alert. Sorry. So he comes to the Christmas party and he says, yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah. Turns out it was the original owner, Frenchie.
Obviously.
Yeah. The night the picture was taken, a storm blew in and brought her first guests in weeks. This was her way of trying to get business booming for Ben.
I like the alliteration there. That was really good.
Yeah.
Of course, Sarah decides to stay and falls in love with Ben. Again, spoiler.
Yeah, and now since there's never just one mystery in these things, we're gonna guess what we think the other mysteries could be, because there can't be just one, right? It's the movie and mysteries plural channel.
That is true.
Then, what do you think the mystery is?
Okay, Aubrie. Yes, I like your reasoning. I think that the mystery is how much money did it cost to stay there a night? Because she was like, oh my God, this is the biggest gift that anyone's ever given me, a stay in a hotel. Like, did it cost like thousands of dollars a night? I just want to know what her bill was at the end of this. And how does Frenchie have so much money to put all these people up in said hotel if it does cost so much money?
I honestly don't know how that helps business. Like,
I don't either.
I think the mystery is how long was Karen planning on staying there? Because when she came, Sarah helped her with her suitcase out of the car, and it was so giant. It was like she had to have enough stuff for like at least a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually accurate. Which actually, thank you so much for that being your mystery, because that leads us into our next game called What's in Karen's Suitcase? So, Aubrie, what's in Karen's suitcase?
I'm gonna go with like Karen's in general, and just like kind of map that onto her. I'm gonna say like a bunch of Good Living magazines, like 45 of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought that you meant a general, like she's in the army.
No, like a Karen, like
like a Karen. Okay, great. Yeah, so then I'm gonna say that all of her she had all her receipts from everything that she's ever bought, so that she can talk to managers.
Oh my God. That is great. I'm gonna say,
I want to make a suggestion what might be in there.
Yeah.
What about the other 98 albums of the Blue Notes? Because there were 100 pressed, and we only found out what happened to 2 of them.
Yeah.
Jasper.
100%.
And can we objectify someone now?
Yes.
Oh,
Of course.
Oh, I'm excited.
Is it Baby Yoda?
Always.
I would never objectify Baby Yoda.
so yeah, here's I guess watching the film, this is essentially where we are objectification wise.
Sure.
However, this isn't the greatest photo of how do you say his last name? Stephen
Suzer.
Who's Sar?
Hoosiers. I don't know if you guys have ever watched 6 Feet Under, but he looks like if you took Peter Krause and Michael C. Hall and you merged him.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's like that Conan thing, like Conan O'Brien when he did like if they mated.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
He looked up and
I texted Kristin that photo and said, Kristin, because she said she was not going to give him enough mistletoes, which I guess we'll get to. And then I sent her that photo. I was like, Kristin, look how many mistletoes this guy deserves.
I do have, this is the family-friendly version of that. Shirt on from neck up anyhow. But yeah, Chris, I don't have your photo. I could grab it real fast, but hold that back.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine. She's going to keep it on her phone.
I got an idea. Hold that up on your phone, Chris.
Okay, wait. It's from Shannon's text, so I have to...
Yeah, cover the number.
No, it's fine.
There we go. Spotlight that. Yeah,
oh,
that guy is not messing around.
No.
oh my
He's
God.
not messing around.
How did Calvin find
He's lifting Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Langston's in. Yes, Martin, come back. We can.
right?
So, as Kristin points out, typically when we do objectify these, we objectify their character. However, I kind of want to objectify based on those photos.
Yeah.
I love the character, but like I hate this term, but he was kind of schlumpy, right? Like
He was
Yes.
super sweet, really sweet dude, but
He's nice.
Too many jobs.
too many. Yeah, that's a Hallmark staple. Too many jobs.
Too many jobs that no one gets paid for. Let's round robin this. Let's hot shot it. So you just give us a number based off the photo that Shannon texted me.
All right.
I always start with Kevin. So
Yeah,
Kevin,
I'll say this. He's awesome, but he's no red truck, so he's not getting a 9, but I'll give him an 8.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Aubrie,
Based on the first time Shannon sent me that picture, I'm giving him a 10 straight out because I was like, holy crap, this is the same guy. Like, that is.
Yeah. Sure. Shannon?
Get to like 15. Here's the thing. Aubrie, okay, I tell you, this is not very important, but it is. So in the original photo, like from the movie, he looks exactly like Aubrey's cousin. And so I texted her and I was like, Aubrie, this guy looks like your cousin. And then I sent her that photo and I was like, I don't think your cousin looks like this. And then she was like, I can't objectify this person because you just said he looks like my cousin.
Now I'm over it now. It's been a while.
She gave her cousin a 10. That's what just happened.
She should have.
That's fine. That's a family kind. Yeah.
I'm from Florida. That's fine.
It's fine. Langston, what would you give him?
A 9.5 because I don't want him to get conceited.
Right.
Nice, smart.
Yeah, keep him humble.
real.
Lauren, what would you give him?
Well, I'd give him 12, one for each ab. Because there were a lot. I feel like there was a 13th, but we shouldn't talk about it. But as far as my heart goes in this movie, I'm going Lacey, right, Aubrie? Because she, I slimed her when I used to work for Nickelodeon at Universal Studios Orlando. I slimed her when she was a child. She was the nicest person. She cried because she was so happy. And she was like, I want to hug you forever. And she was the nicest little kid in the world. So I was like, I'm forever her fan because she acted like a 30-year-old, 12-year-old.
I love her.
She was so sweet.
Amazing.
Yeah, name dropper. I slimed her. Like I'm dropping names in a weird way.
No, but that's like if you slimed someone famous, you tell everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that not like tattooed on your forehead?
I'm
It's a
Lacey
t-shirt,
from
yeah.
Party of
I would do like my fun fact at every party, like
Yeah.
Lacey Chabert. Like you're interviewing for a job, you just like put
It kind of ages me a little bit too, because that means I was an adult in the 90s.
Yeah.
So,
No, you don't even have to clarify. Just put I slimed her, and people are like, I don't know what it means, but
Okay.
Not that anyone cares, but I'm not
care.
giving him. He's not Tyler Hines, so I'm not giving him a 10. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give him a 9 either because sure he looks like that, but like I didn't like his face. I like you can have a little roly-poly belly and the most gorgeous face, and I'll give you a 10. But if you have sweet 12 abs and your face is, you're gonna get a 7 from Kristin. I'm sorry.
It's no Chris Evans.
I like when people have an unassuming face because then I feel like I have a shot with like that actor in the Hallmark. I'm like, okay, this is so true.
Yeah. At closing time, we do all right.
We do all right. He was still there. Yeah.
At closing time, not at the top of the night, but at the end.
No.
No, of course not.
Bad and clean up.
I should have a sound cue, music or something for this, and I don't. Chris, give me some music. Just start humming or something. We'll.
I do it good. It's true about you and you know what to do.
Oh, you hear that song? You know what that means? It's time for our game show. Quick game tonight. We are going to pit Mr. Langston Darby versus Lauren Pritchard. Now, Lauren has the advantage of having been in one of these holiday movies, although I don't think it's on the list. So the way it's going to work is we have some people out in the audience. Langston, I want you to quickly go through, if you would. Can you see the panel? Actually, you know what? I'll just do this. I'll make it a lot easier. If you're in the audience and you want to try and win a prize, just say me, M-E.
Yeah. Simple.
So that means Maine, which is where Tom was stuck, and why. Awesome. Sarah and
Mary.
Mary.
Great.
Langston, you're going to be playing for Sarah. Lauren, you're going to be playing for Mary.
Awesome. I loved her joke earlier about the crackers.
I saw that. She wouldn't kick the truck out of the bed for eating crackers.
I would.
Neither would I. Neither would I. Although, where is that bed? Because if it's not the center of town, it can't even get out of the bed. Like, it can't start. So,
Kevin, the truck has its own bed. The truck is the bed. Beds have trucks. Trucks have beds.
you should do comedy. You nailed it. That's good. I'm serious. It sounded like such a crappy thing to say. I was dead serious.
I used to do stand-up. I don't want to brag about it.
Yeah, so the way this is going to work, we have a game that we call Real Like a Blue Spruce or Fake Like a Balsam Hill Spruce. So, Balsam Hill, not one of our sponsors. Go figure. Nor is Elio's Pizza or Pandora. Thanks a lot, Shannon. We were this close to planning that Pandora deal until you have to watch this past episode as well for that. All right, so the way it's going to work, Langston, is I am going to read the titles of some potential Hallmark holiday films. You're going to tell me, are they real or fake? Kristin, do you have a timer?
Yes.
Do you have it ready? I know you have one. Is it upstairs?
It's ready.
Awesome. All right, Langston, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sarah, in the chat, are you ready to possibly win? Kristin, set this for, what do we do? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Awesome. And Langston, here we go. Mistletoe over Manhattan.
Real.
That is real. Sons of Mistletoe.
Fake.
That is real. Jingle Me Single.
Real.
That is fake.
Oh.
Jingle Bell Blues.
Real.
That is fake. Love You Like Christmas.
Real.
That is real. Yuletide Yearning.
Fake.
That is fake. Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses.
Fake.
That's real. Can you believe that? Operation Cupcake.
Fake.
That's real.
And that's time.
I'm gonna say this one. I'm going to give you this one because it's my favorite. I'm at least going to tell you it's fake. Rin Tin Tinsel. I was so proud of that
Oh.
one.
That's good.
I would have said fake on that one.
That's great.
But you got
thought
three.
that one-
Langston. You got three. So that's not bad.
Woo!
There's a lot of golden retrievers in those movies, so I would not rule out a dog pun.
I know, right? I think Airbud was created in the world of. All right, Lauren, are you ready?
I'm so scared, but yes, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Mary, let's do this.
If you lose this, Mary gets nothing but our.
I want to give Mary those crackers.
All right, Kristin,
You're the
tell me
best,
when you're
Sarah.
ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. And Mrs. Miracles.
Real.
That is real. Mr. Santa.
Fake.
That is fake. Santa Jr.
Real.
Oh my God, you know this. That is real. Meet the Santas.
Real.
That's real. Annie Claus is coming to town.
Fake.
No, it's real.
Oh,
Santa Flaws.
fake.
That is fake. Santa Claus Esquire.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Real.
It's fake.
Time.
Well, I'll give her this last one because I love this one too. And based on the number, she's already won. But Dr. Santa.
Yeah, that feels good. That feels good.
It needs to be made. It's not real yet, but I do see Candace Cameron Bure starring in that one. So
There are so
Santa
many.
Esquire. How is that not a movie?
I know, because there are so many movies. It's like, by the way, my family really is Santa, and
oh yeah, they have not
Yeah.
done one this year. They've not done one. Mary is our winner. Mary, you have won. Since we closed down the Hat Factory in this movie, you have won this lovely hat for a snow person, if you will, or yourself. I've been wearing it. So for COVID precautions, don't wear it for like a week. I don't know.
that is
I had a
legit
test. I'm fine.
good.
Yeah.
You could go caroling so hard.
Right? Yeah, I don't. This year it might not be good, but I will make sure Mary gets that hat, and you
Yeah,
can put
that's
that
the
on your,
Kensian.
on
If you
your
put the
snow
little
coat.
mask on it. Oh.
Yes. Mary will wear it in her new truck. Yay.
Hey.
That's the other prize,
Awesome.
right? That's the
Yeah.
unnamed prize. You have that money, right?
Yeah.
Godwink. Godwink.
God wink.
Godwink.
Awesome. So we asked this at the end of a lot of the episodes, and it's awesome to have Shannon and Aubrie on here because we never get to ask them this. But we'll start with Langston. Would you watch another Hallmark film, knowing that there's no live show to do in which we talk about it after?
In the right mood, I would.
Mm.
Just to let my brain go on a journey.
Mm. Mhm.
Lauren, how about yourself?
You would have to stop me from watching them. You'd have to actively try to stop me from watching them. I cannot help it. My mom and I, that's our thing. I can't help
Yeah.
it. She's
Yeah.
in a nursing home, and I was like, turn that on and you got her for life, guys. She's like,
Oh,
I'm sure you still get those sweet residuals every time yours is on as well. So you got.
all 4 cents.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 8 cents. Woof. Yeah. Cut rate. Cut rate. Shannon, I know that you're contractually obligated to watch at least 4 more, but will you continue to watch more of these?
Yeah, here's the thing. It's on 24/7
Mhm.
starting December 1st. I just leave it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I I think that's
I do too. I go between it and the news.
Yes.
When the news is too much, I'm like,
They're
no,
equally
no,
as
no.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aubrie, how about you?
Yeah, my mom also watches these all the time, and I would always watch like parts of them with her. And
Yeah.
now she's so excited because I get to talk with her about them. So now I will watch them, like, in all honesty. I've watched a few full ones, but I'm not very good at keeping up with it. So now I'm a pro, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, Kristin, I'm curious because I'll be quite honest. I've watched maybe one.
Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon, I know you have to split. Go ahead.
We love you, Shannon.
Much.
Love you.
Go for it.
I've watched like maybe one Harvest film. I've never watched like the Valentine's Day stuff or the spring ones. So
So this was the first year that I was heavily invested in the Harvest films, mostly because I was like, is Tyler Hines in these? And then over the summer, or I don't know when I watched it, but I watched the one with Paul Campbell because so like I sprinkled with those. But now that I'm just like, what is Paul Campbell doing? What is Tyler Hines doing? Like, I will just watch whatever they're doing.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll definitely check some of those out too. But obviously, we have 8 left. Aubrie and Shannon, I didn't want to say that you wouldn't be watching all 8, but there, again, only 4
that you're obligated to not get paid to do.
Yeah, at least Lauren got 4 cents. I mean,
No, it's only a matter of time till someone sponsors us, whether it be Pandora or
Yeah.
or their competition. Yeah, keep trashing them. Awesome. We'll wrap things up here, and I want to see if you guys have anything you would like to plug. Lauren, is there something that we can? Or maybe
Well, I'd always love to plug any holiday entertainment that's going on in my life. Next week, I get to perform with Tom Clark from Milwaukee and Los Angeles ComedySportz. We're doing a family-friendly virtual improv show on December 16th through funnygirlevents.com. It's entertainment for the whole family because we want to do something nice for the holiday virtual families of the world. Also, BYU TV, I'm on a fun improvised musical with Will Forte. It's a Christmas special that's on show-offs, so you can just see that anytime on BYU TV. And lastly, Married by Christmas is re-airing all this month. So every time you download on Amazon, I might get
4 cents. 4 cents. 4 cents.
Oh, yeah.
That adds up in LA, man.
Get you $1.
Yes, we will definitely watch Married by Christmas many times. Langston, how about yourself? What can we plug for you, sir?
Okay, so I am also a story pirate. That's the children's storytelling program. So I'm on episodes on their podcast. I'm right now, the newest ones, I'm a squirrel.
Yes.
I'm a little boy, some other things. And on January 15th, I'm going to be doing one of their live shows, which is basically an improv show, the Story Creation Zone. So I'm going to do that. And you can follow me on Instagram at Langston H. Darby, and also on Twitter. I try to have fun, and as I develop more projects, you'll be able to catch them there first. So,
Y'all, if you don't follow Langston on Instagram, you're wasting your life. It is Langston. Your stories are so funny. I die.
Thank
Joy.
you.
I miss you.
And I hope someday Langston lives in New York. If I don't, I can say that. It's a big place. They won't find you. But
What's the cross street, Chris?
but what I'm getting at is
It's a
Philadelphia misses you. ComedySportz Philadelphia misses you, and you are welcome on our screen/stage at all times. Same with you, Lauren. Obviously.
Oh, I always love seeing you in real life
Thank
and
you.
on virtual so much.
No,
Thank you for the honor of playing with you and your man this year.
Yes. And Aubrie, please pitch. You're doing another Whiplash, right?
Yeah, we're doing Shannon and I are King Friday Productions, and we're bringing back Quiplash to Save America, and we're doing Quiplash to Save Georgia. We're playing for Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. And so we're joined by our friends Ralph Andracchio, Tiffany Villerin, and why am I blanking on the Keem Cobb? So very brilliant people. And we can drop here first. Our very special celeb guest is Chris Ballou, the lead singer of the Presidents of the United States of America, who sang Peaches. So we're trying it's for Georgia.
Amazing!
We're just going big or going home,
Wow. All
Yeah,
right.
he's also in a band called Casper Baby Pants with my ex-boyfriend Ron Hippie.
What?
Small world. Nice.
That's great. He's doing really well for himself. It's great. It's great. It's great. He's doing great.
I was gonna plug Casper Baby Pants, but then I didn't think anyone would know what I was
They're
doing.
so good. It's great.
It's really good. It's like there might be giants a little bit. It's like
How
a-
does-
kind of.
How does Lauren know everyone and has slimed everyone?
Yeah,
It's
Lauren,
great.
this just turned into literally Christmas
Yeah.
in Evergreen. Like,
I put Melissa Joan Hart. Melissa Joan Hart. My first boyfriend in the world was Clifford on Clarissa Explains It All.
What?
Her first boyfriend. So I met her when I was 14. I was like, hey,
You
did you
have to
climb her?
it's a when you work for theme parks, your world gets very small.
Oh my
I
God.
lived in Seattle. I lived in Seattle doing Seattle theater sports, so it's all.
Are
I
you
gotta-
Forrest Gump?
wear Christmas.
Are you Forrest Gump?
I'm the feather. I'm that feather.
You're the
that
feather.
floats- For 4 cents, I'll float into your life and slime you.
And also, I forgot to mention when Quiplash to Save
Oh,
America.
please.
It's
Please.
next Wednesday, December 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So
Huzzah.
and Chris and I will be back with another episode live next Thursday, December 17th. It is our, we've been doing Christmas movies up to this point. That is our Hanukkah movie. We're doing Love, Light, and Hanukkah with our guests, Daryl Charles and Ali Sewell. I'm super excited for that episode. We have some surprises. And I know Chris and I always say we have surprises and we don't know what they are. We actually have some surprises and I do know what they are. And I'm very excited about it. So
Also, it's the first day or first night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah to
Happy
those
Hanukkah.
that
Yeah.
that
Happy Hanukkah,
celebrate
everybody.
the Hanukkah. So
Yay,
fun.
Maccabees.
Yep.
Yeah.
and if I could, I meant to do this last time, I forgot, for Chris
Oh,
and
the hats.
I just gave a hat away to Mary, and so I'm a hat short. So again, if you're out there and you'd like to make these hats for Chris and I, we would gladly wear them through an entire episode. And we're getting close to the end here.
I don't understand why no one has made us and sent us these hats. I will give you my address.
Well, I don't want to do that. That's a little personal. I will give you Langston's address, and I
We already know New York. We're narrowing it down.
It's fine.
will.
No fear.
This is great. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
for watching. And we have Ben Smith. I meant to say this at the top of this show. The music you heard coming in is a local singer-songwriter named Ben Smith. You can follow him at Ben Smith Songs at bandcamp.com. And Ben is going to take us out here. Right.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I got you a diamond, but it's still in the mine. I got you some rosé, but it's still on the vine. I got you a mention, girl, but it's all just a dream this Christmas. I got you a man. with me. Merry Christmas.